Welcome to another episode of Legion Elite Motorsports. I'm your host, Isaiah. First, I want to start off by saying today we are going to get the yellow car up and running and running perfect as far as the tune and everything like that. So we're going to smash that out. But before we jump into that, I just want to say, remember guys, we're going to have a car meet at Fun Spot in Kissimmee, November 19th. Make sure you're there, okay? November 19th. Okay, we're gonna set it up in the back parking lot. Just, hang out, meet each other, talk about each other's cars, and take it from there. So I hope to see everybody there, but until then, let's dive in. Okay, so we're starting here. So basically what I did was just recapping pretty much. Turbo manifold, turbo, downpipe. Just got the intake because the old one doesn't fit anymore. So I had to reorder this one because the other one was like 2 3/4 or something like that. This one is simple, straight to the point at 3 inches and 3 inches. So, there's no pressure drop or anything like that. And a regular, cleanable filter. But for this area, technically you don't need a boost pipe because it's not pressurized. But it has better tension than the regular silicone floppy one. So went and upgraded to that one. Also, we changed out the MSD because someone seen something smoking and didn't know where it was coming from. So that, pretty much concludes all of the jumping and bumping the car was doing, the bucking. We also changed the spark plugs, the spark plug wires, and we took off the electronic wastegate controller because it fluctuates. So it'll hit a target, then drop down, and then you mess with the gain to make it better. And it was just a nightmare. This one's simple. Twist the knob, you get more boost. Done and done. So you can set it to where you want, and then after that, just forget about it. So keeps it simple. There's no rising and falling of PSI. It's going to give you what you want, where you want it, and that's it. Your engine will do the rest. So now that all of that stuff is done, we are going to retune it and everything. But we have to go get gas first. So let's go do that. All right, we're going to crank it up. It's a nice Hellcat fuel pump. Odd, but cranks. Yeah, we're going to get into all of those maps. Fuel pressure, even though you can't see it, is set at 60 PSI. We have, I want to say, 120 pound injectors, something like that. So we're good there. So yeah, we're going to let it warm up, take it from there, and we're going to plug into the Microtech and run some numbers, make sure everything is looking good, and take it from there. So I'm gonna set up the computer and I'll be right back. Okay, so for Microtech, it's actually pretty simple. You have a couple of windows. Most important ones will be your idle, which you'll see right here, and then your load, which is whenever you touch the gas. So, boom, boom, boom. Let's see. adjust everything is pretty simple. You press P for programming, and then you go to the window. So the yellow marker indicates where the engine is at currently, and then if idle drops or anything like that, it goes up the scale for idle. This is as long as you're not touching the pedal. So that's pretty much what you want. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. So, yep. So, you're going to notice also that these cars like to run a little rich, and it's not because the engine chooses so, it's more so the way the engine is designed. So with a longer stroke, you're going to notice that it's going to take a lot more gas and a lot more explosion, so to speak, to get that thing to spin. So when you are tuning your car, you do have to take into account that when you're at full tilt, normally you would run 11.8, somewhere around there, air-fuel ratio to like 11.6 area. This engine wants more, so you're gonna have to go 11.0, 11.2, preferably 10.8 at full throttle, just to make sure that the cylinder's thirst is quenched, more or less. So yeah, you know, so after all of that stuff is said and done, you'll have a happy car. You run it too lean, cylinders are going to get too hot and melt the piston. Doesn't matter if it's forged or not forged. So it's just good rule of thumb. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to go to the gas station and fill her up so we can begin adjusting these numbers. And what we're going to do is we're going to adjust these numbers. Oh, hold on, let me get this out of here. Alrighty. So yeah, let's do it. Alright. So I'm going to basically adjust the lower numbers while I'm cruising, because those are important. You want to make sure that it's in the right realm. So we're gonna do that while we're cruising, and then full throttle, we're gonna adjust that. We're gonna make sure it's nice and happy. So we'll get to that. All right. Okay, so we are back. Filled up the gas. We're looking good there. And we still have an issue. Okay, so I set the rev cut at 4,000 RPM. I want you to pay attention to the RPM and tell me what you see. I'm gonna push the gas. You see that? Yep, that is no bueno. So we have a sporadic RPM, and this will definitely cause for a couple of different issues. So I have to go into the ignition system and see what's going on, see if some of the wires are connected wrong or anything like that. So we'll pretty much take it from there. So we're gonna take this car back home, let it cool down, and I think we're going to go ahead and dive into the ignition system. Going to be very deep and detailed. The instructions are on the back of the box, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out. I'm going to also take out the RPM tack adapter. That could be causing the main issue. A bad tack adapter will give you this type of symptom, but I'm going to show you guys that in just a second. Okay, so I pulled this apart and I've seen a couple calls for concerns. Basically, these two wires here come from the distributor and this has no casing on it. And it looks like it was bumping this pipe. That's enough to disturb signal. Also, this is a tack adapter. This is 8820, which I don't believe this is the right tack adapter. It's 8920, excuse me. I'm gonna call MSD to make sure this is the proper one or not. Either way, it's not working, so we're gonna take this one out. Also, the actual MSD is working great, so we'll leave that as is and take it from there. So, I'm gonna take that guy out, wrap that wire up, put this back, and tuck the wires back away, and we'll try again. Okay, so let's see how she drives. All right. Already much better. Now we'll get a baseline for how much boost, and I think we'll be good to go. Desired PSI, which is 18, and we'll take it from there. But that is a huge success. All right, a little know-how will get you a long way. All right, so I'm gonna make this corner here. And with that being said, we're going to call it an episode there. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me for today's episode and hope to see you guys later on for some more. But remember, guys, knowledge is power, and I will see you guys next time.